Morning all. 5th of July. Another day in my daily diaries of looking after my wife with Parkinson's and dementia. Last night was another shocker. I got Angie to bed about 11 o'clock ish. And she was fairly fidgety at first and then quietened down. I thought, I might get a good night then. About 12 o'clock I was ready for going because she'd gone quiet. By the time I turned the TV off, I just, put a few pots away and got the tablets ready for today and went to bed. Bloody hell, where did that come from? Her legs were going everywhere, she was making a right racket. So I stood with her for a minute and tried to calm her down. I thought, well, I can't get in bed, so I went back in the front room, put my phone back on, put TV back on, poured myself another little drink, that was all, just a small one, and sat waiting. But, oh no, she was shocking. I kept going in because covers kept coming off. I kept going in, I kept watching her, I kept going in. Oh, backwards and forwards. About 2 o'clock. At one point, when I went in, I was stern with her again. Angie, come on! Like that. I didn't shout, but again, so she said, I'm sorry. So that put my guilt thing back on again. And she said it not loud, but it was clear enough for me to see. I said, Angie, come on. What are you doing again this time in the morning? I'm sorry. And I thought, stop it, Mike, But it's just frustrating. It's frustrating. And it was when I come back in the front room, and I thought, this is our level of conversation now. We're never ever going to have just a normal conversation. Where have you been today? Or if you say, have you not spoke to such a body? And normal day-to-day conversations, what couples have. We're never even going to have an argument again. We've had some of them over the years, but I know it's not a bad thing. A lot of us would wish, we never argued, but it's part of your relationship, isn't it? Have a bicker with each other, fall out, or a big blazing row. That's never ever going to happen. Never going to happen again. The level of our conversations are, Angie, do you want to do, or Angie, shall we go, and I'll get that or that. I never get anything aimed at me. It's always just a reply to whatever I ask. I know, so I don't know. It's just, it sort of comes to me, and it's one of them things, and you think, how do you get to this stage? It's, when you're kids and people say, oh, life, to make the most of what you've got and that, and you think, oh yeah, shut up. But it's true, life's so quick. It's so quick. You just got to make the most of what you've got, and don't dawdle. Don't put things off. Don't put things off. Do it today. Book that holiday. Do whatever you've got to do. Just get it done, because you never ever know. We had plans, and all of a sudden this thing comes on and it's your side on. You don't expect it. So. But she was, all day yesterday, she was strange again, and not strange, but very lethargic and fidgety, and, just not with it. Got her up, what time did I get up? Oh no, because Friday was supposed to be going out. So that didn't happen. I ended up at about 9:15. I ended up going in and had to change her and change the bedding. 9:15. So that usually helps, because that's like, you get put back in bed and she feels nice and fresh, and she'll nod off. Which she did for a while, but then became very restless again. So I went at 12 o'clock, give her the tablets at 12. Angie, do you want to get up yet? Half an hour. Which is a famous saying. Anyway, I kept going in at like 1 o'clock, 1:15. I thought I'll leave it. So I'd phoned Marilyn by then, that's her sister, and said, we're not going to get out to meet you. If she gets up early enough after, I'll give you a ring and we'll see where you are. But she didn't. At 2:20, my camera was going. And legs were coming out of bed, so I went in. Right, what are you doing? What are you doing? Are you getting up? No, I'm staying in bed. But she's getting out of bed, or trying to get out of bed. Both legs are out off the side of the mattress now, but we've got a high bed, so her feet don't touch the floor. And hanging, holding onto the bed rail. So what are you doing? Are you getting up? Are you staying in bed? No, I'm staying in bed. So I'm trying to lie her back, but she's fighting it and pulling herself forward. So do you want to get up? Do you want to go to the toilet? Yeah. So I got her up, put a dressing gown on, took her to the toilet. And she sat on the toilet for ages. She did what she had to do. And then, but once she sat with her eyes closed and that, and you can tell the difference sometimes when it's just closed or when she's closed because they're tired. I said, come on, Angie, have you finished? No, I'm staying in bed. And she sat on the toilet at the time. I said, no, come on, Angie, you're not in bed, you sat on the toilet. Am I? Yeah, so I got her up and I got her in the dining room, give her a breakfast, just enough time before that 3 o'clock cut-off point where she can't eat for the hour before the tablets at 4. And I just give her a wash and put clean pyjamas on. I thought, I'm not dressing her now and then changing her after. She was happy at that. So again, but very lethargic, eyes were closed, head were rocking. We were just very confused and like disorientated all afternoon. And then when I was trying to get her to sit on the settee, sort of after tea, I made some tea. What did we make? Oh, chips, egg and peas, mushy peas again. Just cut it all up, but I left her to eat it with a fork yesterday. And she managed most of it. I just finished off the last couple of forkfuls for her, picked it up and sort of fed her with it, but she managed it eventually, but it was like an hour and 20 minutes or something to eat. 1 egg, some mushy peas and some chips. But as long as she's getting it in, whether it's hot or cold, it's fine. But then I got her to the couch. Right, come on, let's go and sit you down on the settee in the front room. And because she's only small, a bit dainty, but when I had to stand her against the chair, the settee, and then just sit down straight away. But she's a mile away from the back of the couch, and so I have to lift her up and fold, pull her back so her back's against the settee. But that means she's got to sit down first. But she wouldn't sit down. She just kept leaning back, like dead rigid, dead straight. And don't lean back. Don't lean back. You have to sit down, bend your knees and sit down. And it was like a good sort of minute trying to explain her what to do, which, it's not a long time, but it is when you're just trying to get somebody to explain to somebody how to sit down. So I don't know. This is why I do these videos, just to sort of emphasise, what caring's about. Caring for somebody's about. It's not just a case of pushing them out to the shop in a wheelchair and making sure they got the medication on time. It's all this stuff that comes with it. So she got the calendar wrong again yesterday. Right, Angie? Tell me who these are. I didn't say who are these or remember these. Tell me who these are. And pointed at them. Instead of just looking at it with her, I pointed at each individual one. Now, the first one I pointed to was the great-grandson, Ainsley. And she just said, no, I don't know. So I pointed to Arlo, which is Ainsley's younger brother. She called him Harley, which is, it's Arlo's uncle. I pointed to herself, she said me, and then I pointed to baby Harley, which is grown-up Harley's son. And she just said, I don't know that little boy. So, again, that's the confused things in her. Somebody suggested maybe covering each face up, but I do it as I'm walking her through from the bathroom to the dining room, and I have to use both hands to hold her. So I'd either have to cover them up before, but I couldn't do that. I couldn't cover them all up and then uncover them at the same time. I don't know. Last night, sat on the settee, evening time. I like to give her some sort of a sweet. It usually has like cake and ice cream, but they didn't have none of the cake when I went shopping. So I thought years ago she used to make just a little, dead easy thing to make. A digestive biscuit, some pineapple, either pineapple ring or pineapple chunks, and a dollop of either squirty cream or fresh cream. So I got some when I went shopping the other day. So I said to her last night, we know cake, Angie, tonight, so I'm going to make the digestive biscuit thing that we used to have. I'm trying to get out of this what you did, and do you remember years ago? Right, so she just nodded like that. So I tried to explain to her what it was. There was no yeah or nothing like that. So anyway, so I made them, brought them in. So I gave her 3. It was digestive, some pineapple chunks, and then some like 2 spoonfuls of double whipped fresh cream. Nice, but we used to love them. Not just me and Angie, but the kids, and we used to love them. It was it was a right treat that she used to just throw together. Yeah, Angie. So remember when we used to, eat these years ago? No, she looked at me as though I just landed from Mars or something. We used to love all these. The kids used to love them. We used to ask you for them. You used to make them up for them. No, she ate them, or she ate, what she didn't spill, she ate, should we say. She's got a bib with a little catchy tray thing. So yeah, she had them. So I'll make some more for her tonight. So I've just had to go back in now before I did this because she was rolling and legs were open. Right, Angie, come on, get back to sleep. I changed the nightie again. That's the 3rd nightie she's had on now since she went to bed last night. Because I'm going to be getting up at 10, so I can get some breakfast, then get her washed and dressed, because we need to leave here about 11:30ish to get over for this big family meal that I've organised because it's her birthday today. Yeah, so it's mad. I don't know what else. I realised, we're never going to have this conversations again. I've seen a few things online yesterday. Not sure whether it was on TikTok or whatever, or just something I was reading. And there's a fellow there got diagnosed with Parkinson's 34 years ago. It's ridiculous how it can affect different people so drastically. 34 years when he got his diagnosis. And the fella's conversating to the camera. Not even 4 years since Angie got her diagnosis. It's 4 years on August the 9th. And it's the Parkinson's. It's not just the Parkinson's, but the Parkinson's has brought the dementia on. So it's the two together. But that fella, I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm saying bloody good on him. So you mustn't. But it shows you how the difference it is. That's all. Right, I'm going to. I know a couple of yous donated again yesterday to my granddaughter's Just Giving page for that trek. That half marathon, that 13-mile trek she's doing in August. Actually, on August the 9th. That wasn't planned. It's something being run by Alzheimer's, and she put her name forward, and it's being done on August the 9th, exactly 4 years to the day when her nan got her diagnosis of Parkinson's, which has then brought the dementia on, which comes under the Alzheimer's umbrella. So thanks for all you that's been donating. And if you're coming across this for the first time and you are able, just click on my profile page here on TikTok and you'll see the link. And either just click on it, and if you can donate a couple of quid, please do. If you can't, it doesn't matter. But please click on it anyway and just read the story that she's put to it. It just gives you an idea as to what an Angie was like. Okay, so I'm going to get off now. So again, usuals, please. Press your like button, press your follow me, send your comments, forward them, share them, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. And I'll do another one tomorrow. So as usual, you take care now. Bye.